That's what this was earlier, Google Maps. Seen her making waffles. That could be my lady.
I just like to get shit done. Boom, launch.
Oh god, I almost had to cut that all out.
I ran to the car right there in the top right of the screen.
I'm line of sighting right now as we speak.
I'm throwing some goggles on, getting ready to go.
Oh my god, I can't see it. Didn't have my glasses on. Up, jogging off to the right. Looks a lot different in line of sight than through FPV goggles.
And it's about to be the handoff, right? He just gave me controls. Now we're just floating around. I'm going to make a hot pass behind the car, get some time so he can catch up to speed, and keep it going.
Right there's an old airstrip from way back in the day, World War II days.
Very old stuff.
Actually, I know a man who found a bomb out there, possibly a mortar round.
He had to turn it in. It was a very big thing. It was pretty dangerous looking. He was a good guy.
So I haven't lived at this ranch but for like 7-8 months, and I've learned a lot about this area and this 1,000,000-acre private ranch road. Actually, let me tell you a little tidbit about the road before we start. This road was paid by Talkington Construction. It's a great guy, Derek Talkington. Very smooth guy, generally nice and good with the ladies. But anyways, he paved this road. Got that black gumbo down to a base he can work with.
It's going to take us a minute, maybe 6, 7, 10 of them, to get it to where you can see it good in the right hand of your screen. But the clip is basically showing that we had it lined up. We lined up from the start. Nothing's been cut. Nothing's been chopped. It's just us catching up to where it's going. It might not look like you're going that fast in the plane, but it's a plane. For you to fly, you have to have some forward momentum to be going. So we're still on the run of catching up, and at some point you will find us in view. It was a very nice morning. No, about 8-9 mile an hour winds, crosswind, so it was blowing me to the left side some, but hey, it was a good time.
Pilot error, maybe, possibly. Wherever the wet marshlands was over 20,000,000-acre plus ranch near Kingsville, Brownsville area.
There's alligators all up in this region. Don't go swimming. You may lose a foot, a toe.
I've heard of a man at this one lake called Culito. He got actually bit in the neck.
Yes, this very recently happened. Guy says, hey, I'm going to go swim around. Said, yeah, these water out here, they ain't got gator in them. They ain't got gator. Let's go swim around over here at night.
There's a town called Victoria. I've never heard of it, but I believe it's north of the Brownsville 20,000,000-acre ranch that I'm working for right now.
This is basically a geographic map, right? It's like, hey, instead of Googling it, you can just watch it, bro. It's a new thing that Google's putting together. We're just trying to get our piece of that shit before, they want a piece of our shit.
Google ass.
Shits and shits.
You notice there's a lot of water standing everywhere. It makes the mosquitoes a really big pest problem. Which brings me to furthermore, I own a mosquito business. And you should call me, but we're still flying here.
Yeah, any mosquito problems, call mosquito.org.
Really quickly. But we are flying right now, and you will not see him until maybe right up here, because he starts to come down a little bit. So I tell him, hey, you're nearing a turn up here, bro.
What was really going on is we're not talking much about the flight because we just had it covered, bro. We didn't have to just be talking about the flight. He's like, hey, there's a power line. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go, okay. And then it's called co-pilot line of sight. And that's what gets it all done.
It's all been line of sight, really.
Yeah, this is all line of sight.
The FFA's asking, or FAA, or whoever those guys are.
That tree buzz was real nice.
We're
going to get low. You're going to get low. I almost hit the street. He was talking to us. It's when a guy's talking to us in your ear the whole time when you're flying. He's like, hey, bro, you're getting too crazy. get higher, get lower, get higher, get lower. It's like, what am I going to do? All I know is we're about to pass a tree here, and we're like going under. Almost hit a sign. He was yelling at me. I couldn't stop.
Piece of shit. I almost wrecked our whole investment here. I'm doing the little surveying of the 20 million acre ranch road. You notice we have the ranch segregated and signed.
Damn,
Because
there's a buzzard.
it's its own
Under some
little
trees, bro.
community, because it's a private ranch that's publicly accessed by us, so publicly private ranch that, oh god, and he almost hit the ground right there.
You can see us. You haven't been able to certainly see us in the down upper right of your screen. If you keep just lollygagging and looking around, you can see it right now. And whenever it moves is when you see it. When we're flying straight, yeah, you're not going to see it. It's a line. But other than that, come on, bro. It's a GoPro. There's no zoom, no $7,000 camera. It's just great.
Just weaving in and out right now, dangerously with our investment. I tell him. Here he goes, under some power lines that he almost hit. Oh, ah!
Smooth.
No, not smooth. Smooth, no.
See them clouds right there? Those are called the cumulus and the stratospheres and the bubulocus. I think I've seen a cloud dog.
That's a bubaloctus.
If you look to your upper left, there is a cloud dildo. Oh, it's in the center. It's in the center.
I bet you'd get on that.
That has a big shaft and a nice mushroom tip.
Anyways, right here is, we got, actually llamas on the left side. And on the right side is where we got the alpaca field. We're nearing where we have our African animals in the exhibit. More like the dinosaurs and Jurassic Park.
For about the last 30 seconds, you've had a great view of the plane in the back section. So, as long as you're looking in the upper right, you can see lots of nice plane activity. Sun's looking beautiful, plane's looking good, car looks like shit, flying good, almost taking out a fence, just swooping. It's a good time.
You see, trying to keep a good safe distance with me and the pilot fulfilling my duty as the driver. So all I can think about is that sweet booty while I'm driving. Oh, and see, I sped up a little too quickly thinking about it.
But it looks so good. If you look in the upper right, back it up 10 seconds, maybe 15, look in the upper right, it looks good.
It did. About, I don't know how many minutes in the front. We're going. We're getting it, riding around. 2 chains. We discussed earlier that we were so farly deep in the Brownsville area that one side is Mexico, the other side is Belgium, the middle is America. So, choose your path. They say the grass is greener on the other side. Is it true? I don't know.
I haven't seen one alpaca or llama all day. Here's one of the other ranch hands rolling up. He's a good guy. His name's Paco.
Possibly an illegal Mexican.
Possibly. Don't be putting words into his mouth, sir.
I don't judge him.
He's a good guy.
But he did jump a fence and cross some water to get to the Brownsville area.
But either way, this place is basically like the Serengeti. We could import all the lions, save them from exotic ranchers that, charge cheerleaders to come shoot them.
Facebook buzz about this girl shooting animals and shit. That shit's been going on for years. Like, this is completely off topic of FPV, but, I've shot a few animals, and now, I spoke to dude, and I feel bad about it, bro.
We do live in Northern California. We just traveled a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, but we got shakes real bad in the plane. I was telling him, they're shaking. So, kind of like what I got shakes right now.
Got the bobbles. He was like, windmill. I was like, buzz it. Man.
Yeah, I actually didn't even say windmill. He just thought I said windmill, and he did the buzz.
But it looked
came
good.
out beautifully.
It looked good.
To his part, yes. If it wasn't up, I would have been mad.
You have been able to see the plane just roasting around in the screen a bunch in these last few minutes. First few, not so much. Last few, just solid gold, you know. Some people got it, some people don't. You know, hey.
Hey, look at that Corvette. See that red Corvette up there? LS1 package stroke. Kinda performs like the plane just sails.
Sail!
We were listening to that in the car as we were sailing.
Sail!
I think it already played through. We're on another song, like Radioactive.
Radioactive.
Imagine that. See that? That oil well? That motherfucker makes me money back there. You backed it up 3 clicks. You would have seen why this ranch is 20 million acres near Brownsville.
Just epically rich.
I'm not saying it's the Queen's ranch, or it's the King's, or the Prince's ranch, but is it in Kingsville? Maybe. Is it in Brownsville? Maybe. Is this a public ranch road? Maybe. But it happened.
It did happen, bro.
No consequence.
It's a good time every time. He was telling me about these power lines up here, and I was just gliding along like, hey, I'm cruising, baby, hey.
Because he almost got
over the little dirty mud creek.
Almost got in a couple fiascos earlier in the video that I wasn't too happy with. That would have ended up with consequences, as in the plane ending in ruin because of a piece of styrofoam and I was supposed to hit a freaking sign. No, let me just fly near a sign. He doesn't listen. I'm trying to tell him. If the co-pilot tells you something, the pilot's supposed to listen.
He ain't driving. The plane is just a piece of styrofoam and some tape with a camera that weighs 40 grams. 1 ounce.
40 grams.
It's like nothing. It's like I could throw it and it's just gonna.
Which is actually 1 ounce and 12 grams.
But it's good.
The Mobius.
A piece of Mobius action camera.
And the FPV camera.
Which weighs like a mill of nothing.
Oh, and plus all the stuff inside of it.
Well,
we have a deadly flying machine.
No, we do not.
But we are AMA certified, so.
It is not. It's a piece of styrofoam that's 5 foot wide. You can throw it, it basically flies itself. You just look at it. Like basically, right now, you look at it, it's going to turn itself.
It's a government drone.
No, it is not.
So when it goes over the fucking earth, it's scanning for oil.
Yeah, and it's fracking out of the drone, is what he's saying. But no, that's what weird white people say, and that's bad. That's not true. It's kind of like, hey, I'm filming a video off of this piece of foam that you don't like, but I think it's cool. I'm sorry you dislike it, bro. I think it's a good time.
Well, it's their decision not to like foam, because actually foam is a bad product for the earth.
Well, I'm not taking your styrofoam cup and throwing it in the dirt for you, bro. I'm making this styrofoam last, bro. I wrapped it with tape, bro.
I don't know. Once the styrofoam catches on fire and has like a little black styrofoam fire.
Why would you even say that? All I know, if you look in the right upper screen, we're just, hey, cruising around. We're going to come in for a landing.
Let him. Look how experienced this is. Yes, maybe, in theory, in scale landing, no area to land because his wings are wider than that grass. What does he do? Look at that. Look at it.
It's good, right? Look at that. Look at how classy the Mobius is. If you're like, hey, I can only rock GoPro, you cray, bro.
I'm gonna Mobius capturing the essence of the dewdrop on the blade of grass.
It's like, hey, Mobius.
Natural blues.
HobbyWireless.com.
rctestflight.
Look, there's Jammin' Jimmy over there.
6.4 miles.
From a car, FPV.
How many Facebook requests did Quinn get after she was on the video? So, I mean, every RC dude is like salivating for her eating waffles. Because I know I was.